Hi, my name's Kyle. I am the welding instructor here at Mica Mountain High School, and I have been here for 4 years. I decided to change my path in life. I was a business owner for 15 years and decided that I wanted to give back to our youth. I saw the steady decline of the trades in our society, in our community. It was something I was really passionate about growing up. I grew up in a blue-collar family, and I just wanted our youth to have that opportunity, same one I had. I grew up in the blue-collar trades. My dad was blue-collar. He worked on cars, mechanic, body man, paint. I knew college wasn't for me, and I was fortunate enough to have parents that supported me in the decision to join the blue-collar trades. They gave me that other avenue in life. It wasn't just college for me. The blue-collar trades, they were taken out of our education system, starting 20, 30, 40 years ago. And they made this really heavy push for college. Go be a doctor, go be a lawyer, go be smart. And really what that did in our country is people frowned upon the blue-collar trades. We can't have running water without plumbers. You can't have buildings without welders. One of my biggest goals is to break that stigma. I don't want to deter anybody from going to college, but I want to give them that other avenue, another option, another pathway if they so choose. And to break that stigma that the blue-collar trades is a dirty, nasty thing. It's hard work, but you can make a great living, and it's clean money. Hard work isn't a bad thing, and I don't know at what point in our society, in our country, that hard work became bad. So, that big decision in life, what am I gonna do after high school, or, coming into high school, what do I wanna do with my life? One thing that my granddad always told me is, if you have a skill, if you have a trade, you'll never go hungry. I can attest to that. I had a great life, and it all revolved around the blue-collar trades. Maybe it's not your end-all be-all. Maybe you're not gonna be a welder for the rest of your life, but it is a skill that you can always make money with. It could be a side hustle. It could be your career. In reality, try it. It never hurts to try it. And if you don't like it, you still have a skill that you can always fall back on. My biggest suggestion for anybody that's looking to join the trades, maybe start a career in the trades, is keep your ears open and your mouth shut. Listen. Absorb as much knowledge as you can. If you can just be silent in that moment and just absorb as much as you can, it'll push you further than any book will ever teach you. My favorite part of teaching is just being able to see the smiles on these kids' faces. We have students that are really, really smart, and they are in all ACT and AP classes and all this other stuff. And just seeing their face light up when they come to my class, because they know they have a whole class period that they can kind of decompress and be creative and use their hands. And I just like seeing them smile. That's probably my favorite part. And then the students that actually choose to make a career out of this, seeing them be successful. I've been teaching for 4 years now, and I already have students that are making 6 figures. To be able to see that success and, have them talking about starting a family and being able to buy a house, and just being able to give them that skill is probably the best part. When I have a student that makes it, gets out of high school and gets a job and is making good money, and I keep pretty good contact with my former students, the ones that enter into the job force, and that little text message or a picture of their weld, and they're proud of themselves, and that's all I can ask for. Them give 100%, 110%, and if they're proud of themselves, I can't be any more proud of them. What comes to mind when I hear the term blue-collar worker? It makes me think of generations of old. I think about my granddad and his dad, and you have that picture of the iron workers sitting on that beam eating their lunch in New York, And that is really what comes to mind. Is our country is 100% built on blue-collar trades. It doesn't matter what the trade is. If it wasn't for the carpenters and the plumbers and the electricians, we wouldn't be where we're at today. I'm a huge patriot, and I truly believe that our country wouldn't be what it is today if it wasn't for the blue-collar trades and the foundational framework that my granddad and his dad and all these hard-working Americans did for our country. This is a new day. If I can encourage you guys anything, if you have the slightest thought, slightest inkling to go out and try something new, don't be afraid. Try something new. Get your hands dirty. I promise you, it's the best feeling there is to work hard and know that you've created something that's helped others. Go out and build America.